to the Copenhagen Games in association with Roccat, the men in blue, who provided me with some lovely hardware gear just before the weekend, before I flew out here and had to come to Copenhagen. But it's there waiting for me when I get home, I hope, unless I've had some sort of Frenchman come in and steal all my hardware. But anyway, let's not talk about that. Let's talk about some serious stuff, because we have the lower bracket consolation final coming up next. And it is, of course, Alternate Attacks, who went down in 3 maps in the first game against Epsilon, who we haven't actually seen during this tournament. They've been fantastic throughout and got themselves into the what is effectively the playoff for 2nd or 3rd, and to see who goes through to the grand final against Mouse Sports. But they've been terrific. They've come all the way through that lower bracket. They finished off some great teams. They knocked out the Americans in the last game as well. Which will now finish 4th. I think that's a really good result, by the way, for Fully Talked. 4th. For
Fully Talked, I am very impressed about how they played. But anyway, we're into the game. For those of you who didn't realize it, Alternate Attacks leading 1-0 over Epsilon, and Rack putting up 2 great kills here.
Wow, 3 through the smoke with that MP5, and Crystal finishes things off. So, yeah, we were a tad late rejoining, so apologies for that. We missed that pistol round, but Alternate Attacks have taken the first 2 here on Tuscan on CT side. And don't forget, of course, this is a best of 1, not a best of 3 now. So, critical round. Every single round counts for both of these 2 teams. Just take you through the teams. We've got Solek, Rack, MNL, Crystal and Felix for Alternate Attacks from Germany. And we've got the other Frost from Epsilon. We've also got Hundelar, Kevy, Jochen and Glaive for Epsilon.
Oh, a little bit of team damage.
A little bit of damage for his own teammate, wasn't it? MNL, got to be careful. And so far so good after winning the pistol round. The Germans taking the advantage here as the Felix did pick off Frost as they went in towards that site. We've got Epsilon trying to make their way out through the wow, through the smoke. That was fantastic from Hundar. Has got himself that frag on Rack. I didn't even see him through the smoke. We're now completely blind inside that open bomb site. Solek trying to make his way back inside. He's got a man just to the left-hand side of him, which is actually Felix. He gets tagged, headshot through the box on the far side. Glaive then picks up 1. It's now a 1 versus 3, and attacks are going down here. This should be an Epsilon round, but they're running out of time. Solek, fantastic shot on the head of Hundelar. He's taken out 1. 2 to 5 now. Has only got 3 points of health. Has got to somehow come up with a miracle here, and has come up with a miracle. He's got 2. Can he get the 3rd? This would be insane from Attacks. They shouldn't be even in this round right now. Finally gets shut down by Glaive.
And what a round, Paul.
And the roar from Epsilon and the crowd is deafening from the main stage. Epsilon then pull themselves back into the game with a 3rd round partial buy win, and almost didn't get it, thanks to some brilliance from Solek.
They were only on the Deagle Eco, I think. They were on the Deagle.
Well, they were as well. And not only that, that was a grenade that landed right next to a whole bunch of Epsilon players, but it was from an Epsilon hand.
Doesn't seem like anyone did take any damage, though.
Unbelievable.
Pretty much protected by God here.
I don't know how that happened, but they bounced it off one of the columns in that inner storage. And an exchange of frags between the 2 teams has left them at 4 versus 4 now. Rack just having a rotation here. Frost is trying to creep his way around. In actual fact, let's just have a quick check, because that bomb is down on that inner storage area at A. So, looks like that might well be the hit place here. We've got 2 of them making their way back up the back steps and trying to make their way back out again. They had some success in that last round. This time, Crystal's locked down 1. It's Frost that's been disposed of as they try and come out into that upper bomb site. It's Kevy who gets the first one, Hundelar with the 2nd, and Jochen chiming in with a 3rd frag in a row here, and surely they're going to be able to take this round as well. Epsilon, not able to get the bomb planted though. Rack was in on that like a shot. He's picked up 1, and now through the smoke is on his...
he gets up a second one!
That's fantastic from Rack. Hundelar hits the deck. It's now a 1 versus 1. Is this a 3-man clutch from Rack? It is going to be. That's phenomenal play from Rack. And just when you thought Epsilon should have wrapped that one up and made it 2-2, German efficiency strikes. And alternate attacks now lead 3-1.
And man, Paul, here we got the Germans, 1 on 3, and all the kills were wall spams. I'm starting to understand why everyone calls these Germans cheaters, man. They just kill people through the walls.
If you want a movie frag, you want to add another one to the list, there it is, chalk it up, round number 4. That one is definitely for the history books. And Crystal just picking up one. Double here as MNL just creams through the Epsilon team. They've got one more man to find. Actually, that last man, Kevy, will go down as well. So alternate just pick up their 4th round in a row. Well, not 4th round in a row, 4th round of this half. And at 4-1 up now, thanks to a stunning clutch from Rack.
Honestly, I
think...
They
really shouldn't even be 4-1 up. This should be like 3-2 to Epsilon now, right now. That's how big that round was.
I think that round did something huge to the Epsilon team. They were 3v1. And they let him wall spam all 3 of them.
Well, they're lucky as well, because there were 2 in a row, because they 3v1 in the previous round they nearly lost, and then they did lose a 3v1. Crazy. What are the Danes doing? Seriously.
I think now they're crying.
In front of their hometown team as well. They won that first round, jumped out of their chairs, got the crowd going, and then went and blew the next round.
They did indeed. And it's a 4-1 lead, and it's a best of 1. Alternate attacks on one of the best maps, at least what we've seen thus far in this tournament.
Yeah, the old CPL mill turned into something nice called Tuscan. Kevy starting things off this time for Epsilon again. Well, you know, I'm not going to count their chickens. They've started off nicely. They've then lost a man to Rack. Then another exchange of frags leaves them at 3 versus 3. Hundalar's made his way in towards that open bomb side of Aya yet again. MNL's now replied back. There's attacks going hard into that open bomb site. Kevy now he is actually the last man standing and is still somehow standing. Has now got himself 2 frags. Is it time for the clutch master to become the Epsilon player this time round? 4 versus 1 is now a 2 versus 1. Kevy thinks he's got a sidetrack. Oh, wrong moment to pull out a smoke. Completely wrong moment. He didn't know that, but MNL did. 5-1 alternate.
Just got to say, man, Rack once again that round puts up 3 frags, and I mean, what? This player, Rack, I've never even heard of him. But he's just destroying Epsilon, who are among a lot of people considered to be the best European team per date.
Laid in early then, and a little bit of a rush up mid. Crystal had to try and protect his teammate Solek, who was just running to the top of mid, completely blind. And wasn't able to pick him off early enough as Felix gets another one. And a double from him. Crystal now making his way in towards this bomb site. Will pick up an easy frag. And alternate attacks stretch their lead to 6-1 now. And some inspiration is required here from the Danes. Maybe they can get it from the crowd. Don't forget as well, if you want to check out what they look like, just for a change, and see their reactions, you can also see that at the Copenhagen Games Twitch TV page. So if you want to watch that as well, or alongside, if you've got the bandwidth, don't forget it's going to lag you if you haven't. Don't start complaining that the stream's lagging because you're trying to download 2 720p streams at the same time. Most of you will only just be able to get away with 1. But it's there if you want it. So Jochen now on Kitty. Flash had already been deployed. Now he's been given a flash back. And what have they got going on here right now? Kevy with bomb inside storage. Felix is going to pick up the opening frag. Kevy replies back, so 1 for 1. And flash round the corner. Oh, didn't see the man to the left-hand side, which was Hundalar. And Rack is disposed of. Early push from attacks. They didn't need to do that. So now they've got to be passive.
I think they did that offensive push because they are so comfortably in the lead 6-1. And if that offensive push would have worked, I mean, Epsilon would have doubted themselves beyond belief.
Going to doubt themselves now. Felix perfectly placed in that A bomb site to make sure that the man coming out of the door gets downed. He didn't pick up Glaive, though, who was coming in from Kitty. And now they're going to have to try and rotate back through Kitty themselves here because the bomb is about to be planted. It's 2 versus 2. Look at that. M&L and Crystal pick up the frag between them. And there's another one. Crystal double.
I mean, Crystal has been absolutely phenomenal throughout the last 2 games that we've been casting. And I'm sorry, Paul. I'm just stumped, man. I never expected Crystal to be doing it this well.
Onliners, don't you know?
Yeah, well, he's been called out as an onliner, but so has all the greats like Guardian in recent gaming as well.
So 7-1. Alternate attacks. Leading comfortably now, but you know what? It spins on one little moment, doesn't it? And that moment was in the 4th round, with a stunning clutch from Rack as a 3 versus 1. And that has meant that instead of being 3-2 to Epsilon at that point, because they would have then won the next round on the money, it's now 7-1. So it's a massive swing of rounds. With Solek, who's just going to have to reload on that Kitty area. They've already down 3 here. So this should be another straightforward round. Although, look at this. They are on a full buy here. So I thought they were going to eco. They haven't. And they've still lost men, left, right and centre. Haven't hit the other site at all yet. I haven't seen them once go up banana. Might be time to change things up a little bit. Yokano, a brilliant shot from him on Solek, who was wandering around in that open bomb site. Maybe a little too crazy and a little too confident. Crystal, though, perfectly placed. Picks up the first frag. Frost is last man alive with 2 points of health. It's not going to be enough. And alternate attacks will guarantee themselves a first half lead. They're 8-1 up.
Yeah, man. I'll say it again. This map, DE Tuscan, is it's a pretty well balanced map, and most of the top teams will say that the T side is actually is a little bit easier than the CT side. However, we see the alternate attacks team up 8-1 on the presumably harder side of the map, and it's going to be hard for Epsilon to get back into this game.
What were we saying about they haven't pushed banana yet? Well, they have pushed banana, and they've done it on an eco. They've got the bomb planted, and they've picked up a double outside of the bomb site. They've got all 5 men around now and alive, and it's their round to lose again here. They have seen it blown before. Here comes the take back, though. Starts off with Felix nicely. Solek nails another one down on banana. And another one on top of the bill. And another one inside the bomb site. 3 in a row from Solek. Goes for the fake defuse, doesn't get it. And Crystal now, 83 health. Enough time. He's got to go for the defuse. Is he going to get it? No, he's not! Glaive comes back in and nails him with the brilliant deagle shot on the bomb defuse. And Epsilon are back in the game with a fabulous eco down banana.
And I just some of our viewers just commented, Hundelar is actually Hunden.
What?
Hunden.
Really?
Yeah, like the dog in Danish. Okay. And Kevin obviously is Kevin.
Yeah, we knew it was Kevin anyway. Yeah. Okay. I like the fact that he's called Hundelar, though.
Yeah, I like that nickname.
Looks better for me.
And Hundelar, as we were talking about him, picks up a kill onto Felix. And it seems like the Danes are slowly getting back into this game.
I've always said this to players as well, and I don't joke about it. If they want their movie frags to be commentated, then they should call themselves by the name they want to use in the movie.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they won't get to use them. So it's their fault. Yeah. I'm blaming them. Kevin, of course, has been around for an awful long time. We talked to one of his old teammates earlier as well, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
Just the auger popping over. Frost is another old teammate, actually. He's picked up 1. Hunden's picked up the 2nd. Joker with a 3rd. Sandwiched by a kill from Eminal. But they have a 4 versus 1 right now. So we'll go and find Rack. Well, we know we won't find him in time. And the screams are starting to get louder from the crowd.
And it's easy to see that we're at the Danish event here, Paul. The German side is leading 8-3. But when Epsilon gets that 3rd round, the entire venue is like trembling. the crowd is going absolutely wild.
We shouldn't forget either, this is kind of like a local derby in a way. I mean, Denmark and Germany right next to each other as well, so...
It actually is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of the Germans drove here this weekend, by the way.
Well,
That's
yeah.
how close it is.
It's not a long drive, is it?
Not really. A couple of hours, a few hours for some of them. So, Epsilon getting themselves back into this game slowly. They are on the easier side, of course, so 8-1 down would have looked disastrous for them. 8-3 doesn't look quite as bad, but the 4 rounds remaining, they'll want to take them all. 3 men standing inside the A storage right now. Jochen is over at the B storage. And there's actually no one over on that B side. Oh, actually, my mistake. There is one man, which is MNL, who is looking out towards Banana. So, patient bit of play here from the Danes with Frost right now as they pop the door, coming out squeaky. Glaze picked off Felix. Crystal, though, inside that bomb site, and he was kind of baited a little bit there, was Hunden, and Frost is the man that benefits. Can he get the man on top of the box? No, he can't, not the first time. Can he get him the second time with the grenade? No, he can't. Back towards the flashes then. Bomb about to be planted in a safe position, actually, on that site. Not in the open site. Not being pulled down, though. Rack knew where it was, and he's pulled that shot off so many times. And again, Frost has got the right idea. Plant it in the open area. Make it harder for them. Make them come out. And Crystal, again, on fire. And we've got a 2 versus 1. Not going to happen. Frost, good try. Wasn't able to do it, though. And the cheers over in the far side this time are for alternate attacks. So they have a 9-3 lead now. And those 2 rounds in a row from Epsilon, I thought they were building a bit of momentum there, Simon. I thought they had a chance to try and add a few more rounds to the bag, but they're not going to do that.
They really did, man. And I have to agree what you were saying about actually one of the Epsilon players understanding that he had to plant the bomb in the middle. That was such a great idea.
Oh, AWP versus AWP. Crystal versus Jochen. I'd have put my money, my house, and my wife and my kids on the fact that Crystal would have won that challenge. Good job I didn't have it. Otherwise, I'd be a bereft family right now and living on the street. Because Jochen did actually win that battle. Brilliant.
It's down to 5-on-3 now, and alternate attacks only got 3 players left. But they do have Rack still picking up the kill onto Frost, and it's a 2-on-4 situation.
Kevin's got another one, so they've got MNL as the last man alive here, and he's being rained down on by grenades as he disappears over towards Banana to hide. And we begin a process called hide-and-seek Counter-Strike.
That's always fun.
Always fun.
Well, MNL doesn't have any other choice here but to save.
No.
He's got an AWP in hand. It's not like you can spray down 4 people with that and defuse the bomb in time.
Well, if they're all lined up right,
and
ran down mid in the same way, do you reckon he could hit all 4?
Yeah, well, but it's actually impossible to get a 4-man with 1 AWP bullet.
It is, yeah.
It is indeed.
He'll only get 2 of them.
Yeah, and seeing as alternate attacks actually got 9 rounds already, he can easily save without feeling any form of pressure or feeling that he needs to pick up this round. It's now 9-4. And alternate attacks in the lead here, and surely they'll be able to pick up 1 or 2 more rounds.
Well, even if they pick up 1, 10-5 lead on the half would be fine. It is actually 9-4 on the scoreboard right now. Epsilon just pulling back a few rounds. They've won 3 of the last 4. And that has somewhat saved their bacon. They are on the easier side of Tusk. Tusk is not massively T-biased, but it is a 9-6 map on a T side.
It is a bit of a T map.
Yeah, it is, yeah. I mean, a 9-6 is fine on T side. Lose 9-6, not so good. And that's what the best that Epsilon can hope for right now. And that's what they're aiming for. Completely focused on these last 2 rounds of the half. Frost already starting things off nicely. Ooh. And MNL just about got flashed, didn't manage to get in there. And they're now making short work inside this bomb site. Look at this. Epsilon just ripping through the Germans. inside that A bomb site.
The last
They've rarely hit B either. I can only remember that eco, which sort of got them back into the game. And that's the only one they've done where they've actually hit the B site. Believing that Alternate are very weak on A, but they're not.
We have a crash in the game, though. No, I mean, Solek, the last player remaining for the Alternate Attacks team, crash out, and we will have a pause here.
Yeah, at 9-5 as well. So just about on the cusp of going into that last round. That's a really awkward position to have a crash. The last thing you want, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. But I mean, the team that actually had the crash was Alternate Attacks. It was Felix, and they have the lead 9-5. So in terms of sportsmanship and for the sake of the game, I'm kind of glad that it was actually the Alternate Attacks team that had a crash, because if Epsilon experienced a crash, I mean, that might just be the little thing that tipped the balance and made them really feel that there was no chance of getting back into this game.
Maybe.
So, but I mean, every crash is tragical when it comes to this game. Is
that a new word? Tragical?
Is that not a word?
Not that I'm aware of, but that's good. I like it. I think you've invented a new word. That
Okay. So I invented it just.
Is good.
Yeah. Okay. Tragical.
Like
it sounded right to me.
It does sound right. Exactly. I mean, it should be a word. Why isn't it a word? Stupid English people.
Dude, I honestly think this is a word, man. You got to check up on your on language. Tragical.
I like it a lot. I'm going to use it.
Anyways, we talked about this earlier, that in CSGO maybe Valve can implement a function where if you get the disconnect, you can actually reconnect with your Steam ID. And
it
still
will save your money and your guns.
Yeah,
and
still
else.
have your money and your guns and your stats on the board. And surely it's not a hard feature to do. I mean, there's loads of popular games that has this function nowadays. And it could really help out with tournaments, seeing as computer crashes all the time. So you don't even have to play a game for it to crash. You can just stare at the screen and...
I agree.
Yeah.
No, I think it's a great idea. There's a lot of ideas right now sort of being fired at Valve on the forums about how to improve CSGO, and there's a lot of sort of consternation about, one set of people want this one, then the other people want this one, and what have you. That's kind of like makes it harder, I guess. So what happens is that they try and filter some of these things down so they get a sensible amount of suggestions, and most of them are around gameplay.
Yeah.
Rarely do you actually hear things like that, which are actually really sensible for competitive play. So I fully support you in your quest to overturn Valve's ideas.
Well, okay, I was kidding about this earlier, but this was actually your suggestion.
No, it wasn't.
But I will front it on the invite forum from Valve, and I will be sure.
Just a small point, okay? I'm just going to see this, okay? This is not a Formula 1 shirt. This is a buy script for Counter-Strike, okay? That's CS or CS source, okay? I'm clearing this up because I can't fucking fix the StarCraft stream. Sorry for that. I just thought I'd get that out there.
Oh my God, we actually got ReDeYe raging on the stream here. But I love his t-shirt, man.
People in the channel just go, ReDeYe, fix the StarCraft 2 stream. Oh my God, you suck. It's so late. It's like 2:20. Go to bed.
Don't listen
or
to this
stay
guy.
here and watch the Counter-Strike.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't care about the StarCraft 2 stream.
Go to bed.
Go do whatever you need to do.
Listen to me. Go to bed. Bring your popcorn. Bring your soda. Just bring your laptop as well. You can just...
And for the young children in the room, because Daddy's put it on the 42-inch in the front room and you live in New Zealand and it's currently around about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, you're having your Sunday lunch. Sorry about the swearing.
Paul is actually normally a very nice guy, but sometimes he gets
late
stressed.
And I've got no Haribo.
Stressed. Yeah, man. It's okay, Paul. We all get stressed. We're still just waiting for the player to reconnect onto the server.
Oh, my word. Look at this. The guys in this... Look, they've actually gone and found out that tragical is actually a real word.
Have they?
Well, they reckon it is, but I still... Tragically is, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Tragical isn't a word. It just isn't. I'm sorry. Define tragical.
The tragical story. Look at this. This is on Wikipedia. The tragical.
All right,
yeah,
okay,
man.
I'll give you that. Fine. I just got owned by a Norwegian in English. That's fantastic. Go back to the.
No. Just give me a minute. Yeah. Norway. Bow your head to the new master of the English language, ReDeYe, the famous shoutcaster, has just lost an argument about the English language.
At the same time. Take the name down.
Just okay. Go to this Twitter, yeah, and flame Paul for not knowing his own language.
Oh,
I'm just saying. And here we got the alternate attacks player reconnecting onto the game, so we should change back onto the game screen, and surely soon we will unpause the game. Don't worry, Paul. I'm a pretty smart guy. It's not a shame losing to me.
Fix the StarCraft screen. They're still going at me. I love it.
They are loving your rage, man.
Oh, dear.
Please fix the StarCraft screen.
Yeah.
Someone goes.
StarCraft screen. You mad, bro?
You mad, bro? You Myron?
It's brilliant. Good.
I have to say, while we pause, Paul, I genuinely enjoy casting with you. It's been a real treat for me,
as well as Risk as well. It's been really good fun, and it's almost a shame it's coming to an end so soon.
Yeah, man.
In the next couple of hours. Do you know, I am starting to worry about my flight at 7 a.m. It's now 2:25 by my reckoning. If the final went 6 maps, I might actually miss my flight. That'd be funny, wouldn't it?
I would laugh my ass off, man. My flight isn't till like 3 o'clock, so I can sleep it off, man. So yeah, we're still waiting for some reason. Solek from the alternate attacks team has reconnected. We're just waiting for the on pause. But maybe both of the teams are having a little bit of a tactical change, maybe having a little group talk. And at this stage of the tournament, that can change a lot of stuff. So we'll just have to give them these few seconds to just decide what to do here. And in the meantime, you can look at this very handsome man. Yeah, obviously I was talking to me. I'm a bit drunk, so I was pointing at him. I was actually, I was about to point at myself, but I'm a bit,
Sure, I have a story if we can fit it in. Have we got time for a quick story? I've got
let's just try it,
anyway. Man. I have a few Norwegian friends as well as this madman. One of which is Jonas Alsakaviken, who happens to be called BSL, former old 1.6 player, who is a very good close friend. And when we were out in Los Angeles a few years ago doing the CGS shoots, we went out with Mark Dolvin for the evening to the cinema. And I hadn't been driving over there very long. And it was a bit haphazard on the wrong side of the road. And I wasn't stopping at stop lines. And I was driving on red lights and all sorts. It was really weird. And to cut a very long story short, I took a left out of the cinema when we finished watching Hancock. And we ended up in a very rough part of Los Angeles. I won't say which part. But it kind of degraded the further we went and got worse and worse and worse until at one point we came across 3 African-American men who were standing at the corner with their ghetto blaster and what looked like a pump-action shotgun. And I thought, you know what, I think I might have gone the wrong way here. And Jonas, all 6'4", strapping, blonde-haired, blue-eyed Norwegian lad, very politely in the back said, I'm sure, ReDeYe, if we all just get out and ask these nice gentlemen where we are, I'm sure they will help us. And you know what? I actually thought he was joking, but he wasn't. He was being honest. And that's how lovely Jonas is. He believes everyone's good. But these men were evil, I'm telling you. We probably would have had our car stolen if I'd got out. I was actually locking the doors. But he was trusting. He thought they were lovely men. And you've got Simon here. He's very much the same mould. Hugging strangers this morning as well, no less.
I mean, it's Norway, man. We're not used to this kind of criminals that you from all the other countries are used to, man. We're a friendly kind of people in Norway. And Jonas, I have to agree.
You are very friendly people.
Jonas is a very lovely man. But anyway, enough with the stories. We're back in the game for the last round of the first half.
Do you know what they call that in TV world? That's called Phil, that is.
That is Phil, okay.
Or just horse shit.
Horse shit, okay, I like horse shit. That sounds weird.
It does. So, back underway then, 9-5, one more round until the end of the half, and it's a big round really. Epsilon really needing this one as They start off on the wrong end of a famous kill from Rack. And that wasn't how they wanted to do that. Hundela, or Hunden, depending on which way you want to call it, has picked up one, but look at that, MNL and Rack just getting another killer piece here. And Epsilon are down to just 2 more men. Kevin and Glaive are the last 2 alive for the Danes. It's 4 versus 2. And that little break seems to have upset the Danes more than the Germans. Flashes going round the corner into Kitty. 2 of them trying to make their way in towards that bomb site now. They've been flustered and put on the back foot here, kept away from that bomb site. Great grenade comes flying down into Kitty, right at the feet of those 2 players. But Glaive gets a grenade back. Gets
oh
a second,
my God!
running from Glaive. Kevin's now in towards that bomb site. It's now a 2 versus 2. Big round here. Solek, though, picks up another one. It's 1 versus 1. MNL versus Glaive. 25 seconds remaining. And the bomb in the hands of Glaive with 32 points of health. MNL with AWP in hand, trying to warp through the smoke.
Oh my God, what did he just do?
Sensational shot from MNL. Absolutely smashes Glaive into the next map. 10-5 the lead at half-time with a stunning AWP shot.
And I mean, this is Germans online at LAN. They kill people through the walls. Every round they kill people through the smoke. Have you ever actually seen one of the clutches from the Germans in a normal situation where they can actually see their opponents? Have you seen it this game?
Well, do you know what? I would say go and check their computer for hacks, but actually right now they're on the stage playing on the host computer. So there's nothing you can check over there.
Oh, man.
Amazing.
I mean, there's no wonder why everyone keeps calling Germans cheaters, because obviously the Germans must realize it themselves that all the clutches has been going on through smokes or walls or flashes. I haven't even really seen a good run out of attacks while they can actually see their opponents. And is this like the German play style, you think? Like playing it all through their head?
Maybe that's what it is. Amazing end to the first half. 10-5 score. And the stream's just slightly behind, so we're just amusing ourselves with some of the mentions that are going through right now. I lived in LA as well for 2 years, by the way. I have no problem with LA, just some parts of it at night are a bit rough, that's all. And there are plenty of white dudes out there who are a bit rough, I can promise you. It's nothing to do with the colour of people's skin. It's literally, if you go into the wrong part of LA, then it can often prove to be dangerous. That's all I'm saying. No different to any other city, but when you're naive like me, you don't necessarily know where those bad parts are. But I actually loved living in LA. It was fantastic. So we're underway then in the second half. And we are live. And we've already lost 2 players on either side. Frost just rotating back towards middle. Got a sighter. There's 2 men inside this bomb site. He could have a field day here.
Oh, and Crystal
wow.
doesn't want to live anymore.
That was very, very awkward indeed. And that means now Felix is the last man alive with 3 points of health, I might add. Grenade over the top. It's not going to be much use, and this should be an Epsilon round.
He surely won't win this, Paul. I mean,
No,
I know
he
it's
can't
German.
win this.
It's German,
No, he
but
can't win this.
he can't wall spam with a USP.
He can't win it.
Oh.
He isn't going to win it. I was hoping to give him the commentator's curse. The roar
The roar
is back.
And I don't think you guys who are watching the stream can pick up on it, but I really hope you do. The atmosphere is here is just amazing. All the people are shouting, and I got nerd chills all over my body.
(10-6) then. Epsilon back in the game, having won the pistols. 3 men on Z right now, looking towards the push. Crystal's just backing them up from mid. And attacks now on the attack. Having to go offensive this time round as Hunden picks up the opening frag with the MP5. And are they going to try and get themselves into this bomb? So they are going to push in very quickly indeed. Hunden's got himself a second. Make that a third. Kevin with the fourth. And the roar will be going up any minute now when they dispose of the last man alive, as they do so in style. And there's the Danish roar.
Honestly, I love shoutcasting this game, but hearing the roars over at the main stage, I kind of feel I want to stand over there and just follow the game, man. So surely Epsilon will be looking to pick up this this third round as well.
You'd think so, wouldn't you?
But can you check over with the attacks players? Do they have no, they do have deagles for this round. And surely Epsilon will take this one as well.
Well, they've made short work of it so far. 3 down, 2 to find. One of them's Crystal now, who's had to navigate all the way back over to Kitty because that bomb is sitting there down. And ignores the bomb, decides to go for the frags. Brilliant shot from Crystal. Took out Glaive as he's going running past and has now got himself an MP5. Actually, stick with the deagle, man. You were much better with it. Those last 2 men then putting up a bit of resistance on Kitty. Bomb is now picked up as well. Smoke laid down. The edge of the smoke is not laid though, and Crystal will pick himself another frag. 2 gone. 2 to find now. It's 2 versus 2 from a 4 versus 2. And Epsilon, what are they doing? Another bit of oh, dearie me.
My.
And Solek is going to pick up an easy frag. They've got 1 more man to find. It's Jochen, but he stands tall and proud for the Danes. It's 1 versus 1 now.
And look at their HP, Paul.
18 versus 19. The advantage, though, is with Solek now because he has the bomb planted. And Jochen's now got to do 2 things to win the round, not 1. Oh,
Solek!
Back from the bomb site. Back from the dead. And alternate attacks win an eco round against Epsilon, and that might just be the round they need to win in order to take this match.
And Epsilon must be feeling the pressure now, being on the home soil here, playing on the big stage, losing out to an eco when they're already behind against the German side of alternate attacks. Jochen, on the other hand, he won't have anything of that. He will kill 2 people straight away.
It's been excellent so far, isn't he? Going head-to-head with Crystal versus Orp in the first half. Second half chiming in with a number of frags. And now sitting himself nicely to Orp on Kitty. And they're not going to come that way, unfortunately, for him. They're going to try the B storage this time round. It's a first for them. And they're not going to be able to get through B storage either. Although, look at that.
There we go.
MNL and Crystal pick up a frag apiece in that B storage, so it looked tough for them, and there was bullets bouncing all over the place inside that storage area. But now, they found an opening, 3 versus 3. Admittedly, with very little health at the moment. Felix with 9, MNL has 79, and Crystal has just 53. Slowed it down to a crawl. About to hit this B bomb site for the first time in this second half. Push is coming in slowly. MNL picks up another one, and Crystal, well, Crystal should have won that battle and somehow didn't. It doesn't matter though, MNL came in, and now it's a 2 versus 1, and Glaive is going to have to become the much-claster, the clutch master.
He starts off pretty well, picking off Felix here. It's a 1-on-1, but MNL with the 3rd frag on the B bomb site.
And the cheers you hear this time are not the Danish roar. It's the German roar now. 12-7. Alternate attacks are 4 rounds away from making a little bit of Counter-Strike source history and going through to the grand final at the Copenhagen Games 2012, where they'll face their fellow German rivals in terms of the way the team's set up from Mouse Sports. It'll be an all-German organisation final, but it'll be Germany, England in the grand final for Canada.
Felix!
Felix, what on earth are you doing? 4 from Felix now. And if we can get to him, is he going to get the ace here? He's searching. He knows he wants it as well. Are they going to let him have this, I wonder?
I think Felix...
They might just let him have this. Be cruel to steal it away now, wouldn't it? Just going to see where Kevin was, and he is there waiting. So if Felix pops out now, this will be confirmed as another ace. And Felix getting a little bit excited. It's Rack actually that picks up the 4th in the end. But
yeah.
great round again from Felix. Fantastic skills from him.
Felix wanting to finish off that ace with a wall spam in old German style. Not being able to pick it up, though.
That's what it would have been, wouldn't it? So 13-7. Just have a quick look through on weaponry. So, yeah, Epsilon okay this round. They won't be okay the next time round, though. They'll be in trouble big time with the insurance man. Have no money whatsoever if they lose this one, and that would put them on match point. So, big round this one for the Danes. Have to get something out of this.
Remember, it's a best of 1 game, so as Paul is saying, if they lose this round, they pretty much lost the match, man.
I can't see how they would come back if they lose this one. Money screwed afterwards as well. That would leave them on 50. Oh, Crystal gets dinked down low in mid. He's had to get himself away from that now. Both teams lost a man. As we wait for the action to unfold on Kitty. They are going to hit this B site. Kevin, though, is standing strong for them. Has picked up the 2nd round. Kevin's got another one now. And Jochen's now made the call. They're all going to rotate back over to this other site where MNL and Crystal are the last 2 alternate attacks players remaining. MNL now just waiting to see where they're going to pop out. It's a difficult position to AWP from because he's got so many exits. 1 above, 2 above if you count the other side. 1 down from Z. They've got the window and the other bomb site to think about. So there's a lot going on here as you see him flicking around. Can't work out where the shots are coming from. Down to 2 points of health with 10 seconds remaining. And does get the bomb planted. So stage 1 complete. But this is going to be a hell of a save if they're going to get away with this one. Hundelar inside that bomb site gets 1. Gets the 2nd.
Huge play by Hunden there.
And the crowd enjoyed that one. Bomb defused safely, Epsilon back in business.
Did you enjoy that one, Paul?
I enjoyed that one. Did you enjoy that one?
Yeah, man. It's hard to not enjoy. It's the best teams in Counter-Strike Source in the entire world facing off against each other here for a spot in the grand final. And Hunden being absolutely huge in that round. And let's see Epsilon playing a very aggressive strategy here as CT.
Waiting with Hunden to see whether he can pick off anyone down that low site. It's not going to work for him, so Solek back towards the mid. Does pick up the frag only after his teammate Rack was downed by Glaive, though. And a 4 versus 3 in favour of the Germans. 3 rounds away from victory and a place in the grand final. Epsilon, likewise, would be a remarkable feat if they were to make the final on home soil. But make it they can. They just need 8 rounds. Just. Flashes and nades and smokes all deployed then out on the A bomb site. And the only winner of the battle so far is Felix. Solek just spamming through the smoke.
That's some German-style shooting right there. It's all down to Kevin now.
Yes, it is, with bomb planted and a gun trying to be saved by Kevin. This would be 14-8. I guess they're going to have money problems next time round as well, which potentially puts us on match point. In comparison to the other games we've had this weekend, I have to say this has been it's been quite quiet in comparison. It's still been great, but it's been quiet. And I'm almost thankful for the fact that it's saving our voices for the grand final. Not over just yet, though, although attacks now have a 14-8 lead. And can you see him coming back from that, Epsilon?
Epsilon is, they've got a lot of players that has a lot of experience. So surely they can come back from this. But Alternate has just shown phenomenal form throughout this tournament. So, no, I'm going to call a 16-10 victory here for Alternate Attacks. Seeing as Epsilon still got some fight left in them, but no, I think Alternate will have this one.
Nothing doing so far. It's been a quiet start to the round. All quiet on the Western Front. Looks like this might be a kitty. And they've got two men coming out of door at the same time. And you can see Epsilon are on a save as M&L has picked off the first man of the round.
Felix
It'll be Felix with the second. We went blind for a moment. And actually, Jochen and Frost have picked up a frag apiece as we come out of the blindness. And that's good from them. Frost might get himself another one. No, Crystal and Solek combined, though. They've now returned the favour. It's now a 3v1. And Frost with 7 points of health, no points of health. And alternate attacks have 7 match points to go into the grand final. Epsilon, regardless of what happens, will be finishing top 3. We've got a pause right now as well, just on match point. What do you know? Match point, and we get a pause. Felix actually crashed. That's not a good sign.
Once again, Felix is the one crashing. So obviously Felix has been put on the one PC that is having troubles on the main stage.
Maybe.
But this might go into the favor for the Danes here. It didn't do it last time, but seeing as alternate attacks just got their 15th round of the game, the Danish side now has the chance to talk together and reassemble and maybe pick off the last remaining 7 rounds. Is it?
Yeah, it is. I don't know. I wish I shared your optimism, but I just don't see how they can come back now. It's just such a long way back from here, especially on Tuscan. They're on the wrong side to be trying to make the comeback, not the wealthier, slightly better off T side. And the statistics really are heavily stacked up against them, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm not being optimistic. I'm not saying Epsilon, the Danish side, will be able. No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I wish I were. I wish I were, man. But with the unpause has now happened, and we're now into maybe the final round of the game. We'll just have to see what Epsilon are able to do now.
Yeah, let's see what they can do. With M&L on Z, with AWP in hand, has already smashed one bullet into the wooden box to the left-hand side and is now ignoring it on the basis that he reckons he would have hit that shot anyway. Does just check it just in case. Finds a man who'd been boosted up onto that top ledge, actually not boosted so much as just found the ledge, as it were, having jumped off the mid-bridge. Doesn't land the shot, though. Oh, dear, that was a terrible flash. Off the wall, blinded his own teammate. No harm done, though. And still waiting for that push. We've got 3 men over at Kitty, 2 on Banana, so it really is a 3-2 split. Crystal with the opening frag of the round. Now alternately just 4 more players from this Danish Epsilon side to be removed from the game to advance to the grand final. Make that 3 now. Solek deals a damaging nade in on Glaive. And they are about to move in towards this A-bomb site as Jochen is the only man who's put up any resistance. And it's good resistance. It's double resistance. Brilliant from him. A third comes in from Hunden now, thanks to that grenade. And we're now back to a 2 versus 2. 12 seconds remaining. Bomb still not planted. Brilliant shot from Felix. They've got 1 man left to find with 5 seconds remaining. Bomb plant is going to come in, and now the pressure is all on 1 man. It's this man. It's Hunden. It's time to go large. Go home. He's going large. He's got 1. Can he get the second? Goes for the fake defuse. They know it's the fake defuse. He's not coming out from anywhere.
Oh, but Hunden!
But can he get the defuse now? He will get the defuse as well.
And what a crowd!
Fantastic clutch from Hunden.
The crowd is going absolutely insane here at Copenhagen Games. And even the sound there went mental for a while.
Crazy. Absolutely crazy.
What a round to get back into this game.
Ah, dear me. I don't know if we can cope with any more excitement. It's been such an amazing couple of days of Counter-Strike Source. It really has been. Just one of those magical tournaments that pop up every now and again. Has all the right ingredients, the right people, the right teams, the right players.
And the right organisation by the admins.
Absolutely, and the right reporting and the right community as well, it has to be said. For Calm here, HLTV here, Cadrid here, all of the big boys as far as the reporting of this tournament goes, and it's those kind of guys that make this, because without them, nobody knows what's going on. Instead, they get to watch some of the fantastic games being put together by these wonderful teams in Counter-Strike Source. It's hard to imagine a better tournament, it really is. Hunden then, having clutched the last round to save his team from disappearing out of the tournament, moves in towards the bomb site yet again, has to recheck the... Where did that come? Double from Solek will wrap things up just as we were about to lord up the last man alive from Hunden, and it is Alternate Attacks who go through 16-8 in the end, and now your final is confirmed. Third place for Epsilon, take nothing away from them, they've been fantastic in the tournament. Denmark's finest have got themselves a bronze medal at the Copenhagen Games on home soil. However, the grand final is coming up next. We're going to take a very short break, and when we come back, it's Alternate Attacks versus Mouse Sports.
Pretty excited. See you in a bit.